welcome to day 4 of Arithmetic with Miss Lambert. Today we're going to be looking at long multiplication. We use long multiplication when we're multiplying a 2-digit or more number. Okay, so our calculation is 265 times 21. We're going to start off by multiplying each digit in the top number, 265, by 1 in the bottom number. So 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 6 is 6. And 1 times 2 is 2. We're now going to move on to the next digit, which is 2. But in long multiplication, we are timesing it by 20. So we need to put our placeholder here so that we can acknowledge that we are timesing the top numbers now by 20 and not by 2. Once you've put your placeholder in, you can then go on to times the top numbers by 2. So you start by 2 times 5, which is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 6, which is 12, add the 1, 13. Carry the 1. 2 times 2, which is 4, add the 1, which is 5. We're then going to proceed on to adding the two numbers together. So 5 add 0 is 5. 6 add 0 is 6. 2 add 3 is 5. 5 add nothing is 5. And our answer is 5,565. On the board, there are 5 number sentences I've written for you. What I'd like you to do is pause the video, put the numbers in the correct columns and have a go at the multiplications. And when you're finished, unpause and come back to me. Okay, I hope you had a go at those calculations. Now we're going to go through them and see how well you've done. So we're going to start with the first calculation, which is 75 times 14. Again, remember, we are timesing the top digits by the bottom digits. So we're going to start with 4. We'll do 4 times 5, which is 20. And carry the 2 over. And we're going to do 4 times 7, which is 28. Add the 2, which is 30. I'm going to grab my next colour. I'm going to do my placeholder, because remember we're timesing it by 1, but the 1 is actually a 10. So we're going to put a placeholder to symbolise that we know we're timesing it by 10. And now I can go back to times it by 1. So 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 7 is 7. And then the last step is to add the two numbers together. So 0, 0 is 0, 0 add 5 is 5, 3 add 7 is 10. So our answer is 1,050. Moving on to our next calculation, 372 times 39. So we're going to start with 9 times 2, which is 18. Okay, exchange the 1. 9 times 7, which is 63. Add the 1 is 64. Exchange the 6. 9 times 3 is 27. Add the 6 is 33. Put my placeholder, because we're timesing by 30. And now that I put my placeholder in of 0, I can now times by 3. So 3 times 2, which is 6. 3 times 7, which is 21. Exchange the 2. 3 times 3, which is 9. Add the 2, which is 11. And our last step is just to add the two numbers together. So 8 add 0 is 8. 4 add 6 is 10. Exchange the 1. 3 add 1 is 4. Add 1 is 5. 3 add 1 is 4. Nothing add 1 is 1. So answer is 14,508. Okay, our third calculation, 491 times 24. So again, starting off with the bottom numbers, we start with 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 9 is 36. Exchange the 3. 4 times 4 is 16. Add the 3 is 19. Again, placing my placeholder. So now I can times just by 2. So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 9 is 18. Change the 1. 2 times 4 is 8. Add the 1 is 9. Okay, now final step is just going to add the numbers. So 4 add 0 is 4. 6 add 2 is 8. 9 add 8 is 17. Change the 1. 1 add 9 is 10. Add the 1 is 11. So the answer is 11,784. We're going to move on to our fourth calculation. 593 times 81. So again, we're starting off with our 1. So 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 5 is 5. Placing our placeholder for 8, because we're actually timesing by 80. So now that we've got a placeholder, we can times by 8. So 8 times 3 is 24. Change the 2. 8 times 9 is 72. Add the 2 is 74. Change the 7. And 8 times 5 is 40. Add the 7 is 47. And now we're going to add the two numbers together. So 3 add 0 is 3. 9 add 4 is 13. Change the 1. 5 add 4 is 9. Add the 1 is 10. Change the 1. 7 add nothing is 7. Add the 1 is 8. And 4 add nothing is 4. So the answer is 48,033. Okay, so moving on to our final calculation. We have 212 times 37. So starting from 7, we're going to do 7 times 2, which is 14. Change the 1. 7 times 1 is 7. Add the 1 is 8. 7 times 2 is 14. Put in our placeholder for 30, so that we can now times everything by 3. So 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 1 is 3. And 3 times 2 again is 6. In the final step, we're going to add the two numbers together. So 4 add 0 is 4. 8 add 6 is 14. Change the 1. 4 add 3 is 7. Add the 1 is 8. And then 1 add 6 is 7. So our answer is 7,844. Okay guys, I hope you had a really good go at the 5 calculations that were on the board. I know long multiplication can be quite hard sometimes, but as long as you remember to put the placeholder, you will find it easier when you do long multiplication. Come back tomorrow when we're going to have a revision of all the things we've learned in this week, and I'll see you tomorrow.